Hello, our beloved teachers, Ttp staff, all partners of Ttp staff. Hope you are doing great. This is teacher journalist Mukaraji Eric, together with teacher journalist Irafasha Emmanuel. How are you doing, Mr. Emmanuel?
I'm good. And you?
I'm okay. Our today news focus is about different meetings for launch of blended mode of training and preparation of meeting of all math and sciences teachers will be held on 27th and 28th through their respective training centers across the 14 districts, were led by Ttp champion teachers under the oversight of district education leaders. We'll be having different interviews from different sector coordinators, messages of one of sector inspectors, different coordinators, district coordinators, and director of Ttp, Dr. Erin, talking about what was going on during the meeting. Blended training is a kind of training Ttp is going to use, where teachers will be trained both online and face-to-face training. The reason why we are going to invite one of sector coordinators from Kamonyi district to share with us challenges she faced during online training in this COVID-19 outbreak and how to overcome those challenges. Welcome, teacher Marie Chantal.
The challenges I faced during online training are: first one is the lack of internet connection, so that I moved around for searching network. And the second is a system of training online was not well organized because bundles didn't come on the time. The last one is some teachers didn't have smartphones, so that they missed training. It's why I ask AIMS staff to support them for gaining smartphones if possible. Thank you so much.
Eric, in AIMS Ttp television studio, we have a message of teacher Faustin, a sector coordinator in Ngororero district, who was unable to use social media before attending online AIMS teacher training program, but now he can organize meeting via Microsoft Team application, as well as scheduling all activities to be done in order to use his time properly. Faustin also appreciating motivation like bundles and incentives given by Ttp Rwanda to teachers during this corona outbreak. So let us listen his message. Welcome, Faustin.
So the importance of online training you have done in the previous month are following. So the first, at the beginning, before the training, I was unable to use ICT well. I was unable to use Twitter. I was unable to follow the other teachers online, like Facebook, and even how to collaborate on WhatsApp group. But now I'm aware of them, and the essential thing I have achieved, there is the use of Microsoft Team application. So now I'm proud to be able to organize a team on meeting online. That is essential thing I have covered. That's why even my teachers where at school I work, when they ask me to organize the meeting at the school level, I plan it and then they attend it wherever they are. So in English proficiency and even in future learn, they have helped us to increase our skills in English. Now we are able to communicate with other teachers, and even we are able to make research online without being confused with the term used online. English proficient, it has helped us even to communicate with our students, where we have tried to send some tasks on WhatsApp group, and we help the student to be able to upload them using English. And then for the master content, where we have attended many tests, those tests help us to know that you have many things to learn, because it shows our weakness and even our strength. Then where we found that you are still being able, we continue to do research, such that now I really think that we will perform better during school reopen, because we have gained many skills in our subjects. So then for the challenge you have faced, they are internet connectivity. But to solve it, we have tried to change the position. We have even goes on the top of the tree searching for the network. We have even spending many nights outside our homes searching for the network. So then another challenge, there are some trainees who claim the bundles, but we appreciate EMUs who have tried to solve those problems, where we encourage those teachers to use their own. Then in the next month they get the bundles, and now they are flowing without problem. So I would like to thank EMUs for many things they have done for us. Then even the bundles they have given to us, we have used them in our other activities. We have collaborated with other teachers using the same bundles. We have followed the other training with using the same bundles. So for that one, we congratulate EMUs even for the incentive they are giving for us. So then the other challenge, there is a challenge of having many duties to do. The home responsibilities, that was a challenge, but we try to organize ourselves, where we have make a timetable of activities, so that there is no interconnection of the same activity. So thank you for EMUs, thank you for the organizer, thank you for the sponsors of this training. Keep it up. So we are together, and we hope that we attend as much as possible in next trainings. Thank you.
Mr. Emmanuel, among our invitees, we have a district coordinator from Nyabihu district interviewed one of sector education inspectors, where he said that the meeting was very important because it helped them to know the responsibilities of sector coordinators, so that they will work closely with sector education inspectors. Let us welcome them.
Thank you, SU, for joining us today.
Yeah.
We are happy to be with you.
Yeah.
Now, what can you say about today's meeting?
Yeah, thank you very much. Today's meeting, it is a meeting which is very important to us because, as you know, myself and the sector education officers, we met with the EMUs officials in Kigali. They explained to us the goals and purposes of EMUs, but due to COVID-19, we failed to implement the goals of EMUs, and in this COVID, I noticed that we created different channels to teach different teachers of maths and sciences. So today we should know what they covered, what they did, and we help them to implement once the schools will be open. And this is the day which is very important also, because we wanted to know what are the sector coordinators, what are they doing, what are they planning to do in the future. How shall we help them, we as sector education officers, because we are the ones to help them. We have to work hand in hand day per day, and then sensitizing the teachers, other teachers who didn't join, to join EMU's subjects. So today it was a very good day to plan for us different meetings, to plan for us in our respective sectors, in our schools, how we are going to help teachers of maths and sciences through sector coordinators. So I think EMU's officials has planned well in order to strengthen those sector coordinators in our sectors. And I assure you that we are going to work hand in hand with them, and that we have to achieve the main purpose of awareness of EMU's goals and how it is just improving, how just is struggling to ensure the quality of education, especially in maths and sciences. Therefore, as you realize it, even some sector coordinators, they wanted to know something from us, how we shall just help them. And we told them that we have to prepare a campaign days in our sectors, in public awareness, and so that parents, the teachers, the students, they know the best, the benefits of just studying maths and the other sciences. So in general, this day it was a very good day. It was very important to meet so that we prepare what we are going to implement very soon when the schools are being to be reopened.
Mr. Emmanuel, we have another message of Teacher Nyanwi, sector coordinator from Gicumbi district, talking the responsibilities of sector coordinators in this coming blended training, like to help all teachers to join lab e-learning platform and register in English proficiency and so on. Let us give him welcome.
Responsibilities and roles which should be played by coordinators in this blended training, I suppose, to just help teachers to log in a lab platform and to navigate on web platform in order to achieve all resources that are found on web platform, and to do reflection and to submit also. So another responsibility is to help teachers to register on perfect spoken English, or even to improve their English, because some teachers are not well registered on those websites where they can improve their English proficiency. It's to help just to register on and to navigate to find the resources which are there, and even to get certificate. Another issue is to help a teacher and to mentoring teacher which are in ISDL, the next cohort, to provide some documents and modules at time and to motivate them so that they can succeed modules at this pass mark of 75%. Another issue or another role or responsibilities of sector coordinators is to make sure that during face-to-face training, teachers are there, the attendance, logistics, and even to avail room and a report to provide the report. Thank you.
Dear our followers, we interviewed different teachers in Rwanda on what they will do at school when schools will be reopened in order to help students enjoy math and sciences. So we have a message from Teacher Vedast, a champion teacher and district coordinator from Ngororero district, who will encouraging students to respect health measures and encouraging them to love math and sciences by implementing knowledge gained from AIM's online teacher training program and integrating ICT in education through sharing student the links as well as promoting equality. So let us listen his message. Welcome, Teacher Vedast.
As you know, the school will be reopened next month, and we are in period of COVID. During that period of the opening of the school, first things I will do is to encourage my students to respect the health measures of fighting against the spread of COVID. Even though we will be teaching the student in this period, I have to encourage them to have the love of math and science. And as you know, nowadays students have the fear of math and science. So as teacher, I have to encourage them to have the love of math and science, telling them that math and science subjects are the subjects that are very, very important in our daily life situation. So, as you know, it will not easy for us to teach our students using group work as usual. What I will do, I will try to search learning resources, for example, giving them some of the link that will help them to access those content using internet, via internet. And also, I will provide them lots of homework, and I will also ready to hear each one's idea. That means during teaching and learning process, it will be better if I will give them equal chance to participate and telling them that they have to love math and science subject so that not only for the succeed purpose, but also they will need the skills for math and science subject to be integrated in their real life situation. So when the school will reopen, I will also try to have a talk with my fellow teachers to help the student to learn better in an effective way by respecting our government measures about how we can fight against the spread of COVID-19. Thank you.
Also, we have Teacher Sylvie, a champion teacher and a district coordinator in Karongi district. Sylvie talked about student engagement in the teaching and the learning process and helping them to learn on their own pace in order to reduce more interaction, where she will use blended ways of teaching instead of using teacher-centered, as well as integrating ICT in education. Let us listen her message.
I'm sure that there's something that I will do to make my students liking the math more. Some of those things, I'll use strategies that will keep learners engaged and also stimulating them or stimulating their cognitive learning. An example I can mention, I will not use the formal ways of teaching, standing in front of them and talk, but I will also use a blended ways of teaching. A blended ways means that mixing the traditional way of teaching and also involving technology. I'll use sometimes songs, storytellings, simulations, and even the games. Those are some simple things that are available, but they can help students to learn sciences and the math, but in a funny way, an interesting way. Another important thing I will do after reaching to school, I will allow my students to make a list of things they think has to be done for a conducive learning, but also that will prevent COVID-19 spreading. Because I think that if I will be the one to tell them what to do, some of them might feel uncomfortable. So I will allow them to participate in telling or in structuring or in putting rules that they will follow as a measure of preventing the corona outbreak. Also, I will build on that to relate the corona outbreak or corona pandemic with the sciences, because there are a big team which is there and they are struggling to look for vaccination. All those teams that are working on that, they are scientists. In the teaching, we also involve real examples. Instead of telling them or using a formula, I will also use daily examples that will convince them that math and sciences plays a big role in the modern world. And I will also emphasize on that, even if they are Rwandans, but also they are world citizens. They have to acquire skills necessary for them to fit in the 21st century. Thank you.
Mr. Emmanuel, this week all teachers in Rwanda did English test provided by LAB and Ministry of Education. We had the chance of meeting with teacher Martin, who is trained in English proficiency online training, and shared with us what aims TTP helped him in his preparation of test through online English proficiency. Let us welcome him.
Online training that I attended in MZ, where we have been trained in English for proficiency, had shaped me and helped me in reading, listening, and writing. And has given me a good result where I performed well in the exam that we did, and this exam was provided by REB to all teachers in Rwanda. So I thank you very much, MZ, who always train teachers in different careers. Thank you very much.
Eric, TTP Director Dr. Erin appreciated the work done by sector coordinators and district coordinators during this corona outbreak, like mobilizing their fellow teachers to attend TTP online trainings such as mastery of content, pedagogical content, ICDR, and English proficiency. Also, she said that when coronavirus new cases continue to be reduced, TTP Rwanda will provide both online and face-to-face trainings to help teachers who did not attend online trainings to upgrade their knowledge in order to keep increasing the number of girls and boys pursuing math and sciences. So, Eric, let us listen Dr. Erin.
I would say like in a journey in our training program. Before Corona, all our trainings were physical, and if you remember, that's when we put together our sector coordinators. And what we had envisaged or expected was that the sector coordinators would be in charge of coordinating the individual maths and science teachers in their sectors. But we know that Corona happened, and so we had to do online training, and the sector coordinators have done an amazing job working with their district coordinators to mobilize their fellow teachers to come online for the training. But now again, we have to transition to what I would say, is blended training. That is, we're coming to a phase, if the situation with Corona continues to ease out, we're coming to a stage or a phase where we now want to do physical, that is face-to-face training, and online training. And these two trainings will have to be coordinated so that they complement, they add value to each other. And therefore, it means the role of coordination by the district coordinators, and especially by the sector coordinator, is going to change a little, because now there are teachers who did not participate in the online training, but since we're going to start face-to-face training also, we need to bring them on board. So sector coordinators will have to reach out to those teachers, talk to them, and bring them on board. That's one. But more and more, we hope we can support them, encourage them to also get gadgets so that they can be able to tap into online. And we think that since they will be in school, even if they don't have smartphones, perhaps they can use the school computers and the school network to be able to participate in online. So sector coordinators, you are like, like when there's a big body, they are the cell that makes up the body, and then in the cell we have the nucleus. So if you ask me, sector coordinators could be like the nucleus of the cell that makes up the body. The sectors make up, many sectors make up, training centers which make up the district. So you're going to be very important in coordinating. When we have now physical meetings, taking registration of who has come, ensuring that they're working together to ensure that the physical space is ready for training, because in some trainings we will not be there, but it is the people on the ground knowing which teacher will be facilitating which session, because the sessions will be facilitated by different teachers depending on their strengths on the different topics that we'll be talking about. So sector coordinators will have to keep tab and work with us to identify and to help alert that teacher to prepare, to look around, ensure that when training is going on, actually it is going on. If there are things that are not working, take notes of that, so that after the training we can sit and have a debriefing to talk about what went on well and what did not go on. So there's coordination, there's mobilization, there's a little bit of monitoring, being able to give a report of what has happened and what is not happening very well. And there's that sense of sensitization and working with your SEO to ensure that all our science and mathematics teachers are actually involved in the trainings, both online and physical. But as I say, you're very important. You're like the nucleus of the cell of AIMS TTP. Thank you.
Thank you, our followers. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you, our TV technician, Kalangwa Innocent. Great thanks to our sector coordinators and district coordinators, and everyone has participated in our today news. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.